Hi, this is Ralene with RaleneCreates. Today in my Happy Planner, I am setting up my faith section of my Frankenplan planner for the month of June. If you want to see how I faith plan in my Happy Planner, stay tuned. As I stated before, I use an outdated faith planner for my faith planning. And during the pandemic, I did not faith plan this way. I actually just wrote in a journal. And because I was home, I don't know, there's no reason for it. So what I've done is I just took some pages. And so this is the month of September 2020, and I cover up here using a colorful box and some stickers from the an undated mini planner. And so I just kind of repurpose my pages. I just want to, again, use my stash. It doesn't make sense for me to keep buying and buying and buying and buying and buying while I have planners over on my desk that I could be using. That's not being a good steward of my resources. Not questioning or talking bad about anyone. It's just me. I just want to use my stash. So I'm not saying don't buy. I'm just saying use what you have if you have it. And so I didn't want to buy another faith planner. So this is one that I am using and I love it. And it is horizontal. I like writing in a horizontal planner because of the fact that it allows me to write my prayers out a little bit more. Now, last month, I did a video showing you how I wanted to decorate it. I normally don't decorate it, but I really liked it decorated. It motivated me, encouraged me. And so I'm going to do it again this month. And I'm going to have sharing the process with you. I'm going to do a voiceover shortly because I'm going to do all the pages for the month, and I'll talk through what I'm doing as I'm doing it. But what I'm really going to do in my own personal time is this is a month, and I saw a video. If you're not following Square Plans, I think that's her name. I love her faith, and so she motivated me to decorate this page. So every day of the month, normally I have a prayer prompt or a topic or a scripture. I write devotionals that I do for every month that will help me. So again, this is, if you're interested in any of my devotionals or anything like that, feel free to put a comment below and I will share those more. You know, if you would love to see my devotionals and the things that I write, there's a Warbinder devotional on my website now, but if you would like anything like that, go ahead and put a comment. I'd be happy to share. Those are the things that I really love doing. So I normally have those and I just keep the sheet inside of my planner. Well, she decorated this page here, and then she wrote each one of her devotionals or her scriptures on this particular page. So that's going to be my plan for the month of June. And for the month of June, I'm going into some serious prayer and seeking God for some things. And so this is really going to help me stay motivated to stay in touch with what I purposely are praying and asking God for, and that God uses me in ways that I've never been used before. So I'm going to get started. I want to share with you the books that I'm going to be using, and I'll go from there. I am also a Bible journaler. If you have not watched any of my Bible journaling videos, please check them out. I have a playlist. I'll share that playlist of my Bible journaling, and that is truly my heart. I mean, I love planning, but Bible journaling really just blesses me. So Illustrated Faith has these clear sticker booklets, and I wanted a big sticker for the side over here. And so I really like this one that says Jesus Take Control, and I'm going to kind of cut it a little bit, and I'm going to put that on the side. I'm going to decorate each one of these pages. So I'm using some Illustrated Faith I also have some illustrated faith washi tape. I also have a box of washi tape that I have from my that I just bought, and then I'm using the Faith book, Faith Warrior. I am the Faith Accessory book, and then also Faith Warrior. Okay, so these are the 4 faith books that I have. I know that there may be some newer ones. I just don't have them, so I'm using what I have. Additionally, I'm back to my flowers. So between Fun Florals and Homebody Florals, I am going to be using these. I'm kind of leaning towards the Homebody because the pages are green, but then it kind of, so maybe I'm thinking maybe peach or green and whatever else. But then I saw some of these flowers over here. So I'll see. I like these. Maybe I can mix these and green. So let's see where we go from there. And let's get started. Well, as you can see here, I wanted to use that Jesus Take Control, and I figured I should cut it up. And so I get out my scissors and I cut right down the center. Don't be ever afraid to cut up your scissors. And I really wanted it to go the long way. So I spent some time here, and while I'm working on this, I'm listening to music. So on the index, or the tab I should say, I am going to cover up the word September. I was going to use some dry line and cover it up, but and then I put the word June. Now I'm covering up the September at the very, very top here, and I'm going to kind of play around and explore what I'm going to do there. So, and then I cover up the notes so that area was there. Now I go to my florals book. There was several pink florals in this book that I wanted to use, and I'm going into the corner, the right corner, where there is no actual days, and I bring those flowers, the big flowers, and of course, as always, I like to cut up my flowers or cut the edges of it so that I can use those extra pieces. So I bring those flowers to all the corners, including the top, and I really, 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 really love these flowers here. And so I'm cutting off the extras. And now I only have so many of these flowers, and so I'm trying to actually use them or stretch them, as I would say. And as I'm looking here, I'm just using some extra places. I decided that I would go to the Homebody book and grab a little of that bluish or greenish color flowers. And I fill in spaces with that just to give a little pop of another color. I also white out that area over there on the right side because I know that I want to put something there, and I didn't want that line in the way. Now I'm struggling with that green in the left side, so I come with a big flower over there, and just to fill in the space over there so that I would not have that green that was driving me crazy. So I'm just kind of playing around and putting a little bit more of the green to fill up some of the spaces that looked like there was like holes. And so I go to the florals book, and I've run out of stickers, and so I just kind of fill things in. Now I went to my washi tape, and I love this green washi tape. So I'm going to just put a little bit around the top and the bottom and on the right page, just to add a little bit of that color. And then I also put a little bit at the bottom. Also, as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, oh, should I put a little bit more color? So I go to that florals washi tape, and I add a little pop of that on top of the other one, just kind of layering them and having just a little color. It does kind of coordinate very, very well with those flowers. Now I'm kind of thinking about what I have to do, and I love this black. I know that I have to put the month at the top, so I wanted to go ahead and put that black at the top, because I have that big pop of black where it says Jesus take control. So I put that there along with a colorful box where I can put down the date, and because I needed to have a place for the date. It is a little crooked. I wasn't too happy about it, but I left it. I left it alone. And then I'm going to go to my Dates and Holidays books and get the words June again. I am in the Faith Accessory book, and I find another one of those black quotes that I really loved, and it says, grow in His grace every day. And you know I love grow. So I go back to that book and I grab a couple of colors, some of the pink and green quotes, and just kind of fill in a few places so that that I could, have some inspiration during the month. At the very top, I put grace upon grace. Now, as I move to the next page, of course, every page I have to remove the old date, and so I wipe that date out, and I come with some washi tape over the top of it. I noticed that the washi tape is kind of see-through, so I had to really cover it up. And so I will come here, cut off the washi tape, and then I'm going to come with another box from the colorful boxes, and going to come later and put the date in. So I now continue with that washi tape over on the right-hand side of this page. And I'm kind of deciding on what flowers, and I peeled these flowers. Oh, I love these flowers. They are so beautiful. As I'm spending time here and thinking about God's grace and His beautiful creations, I am thinking about these flowers, and I'm just filling up the middle section with these flowers, and that I'm covering up my punches, but I will come later, cut those, and then repunch those pages. And so I don't have enough of these flowers, so you'll see that I come out with some other soft pink flowers that kind of coordinate, just so that I can fill in some spots that were banked. I love flowers, and I know you guys know that that's something that I really enjoy, working with flowers. And so I'm spending a little time here trying to find a little bit more flowers. I'm still kind of fighting with that right corner box and thinking about what I can put there. And I do find another one of those flowers that I had been kind of hoarding off to the side. And after I cut these off, I realized that I can fill in a little bit of the sides. I like to use every little spare piece. And so I then go in and grab another one of these quotes that says prayer and praises, and I cover up the notes on that left side. So this will be a place where I can put my prayers and praises. I want to put a quote over there, and I really love this: always be humble and kind. What a great target for the week. So I'm going into this other faith book, and I wanted a scripture, but I couldn't find one that I really wanted. So I pulled this trust in the Lord box, but it really does not really go with it. So it has the pink in it, so I find a pink flower. And now that I put those pink flowers, or introduced these new flowers, I felt like I needed to fill in some spaces in the center with those same flowers. And so I go down and I fill in some spots with those florals that are slightly different than the other flowers, but they're nice filler flowers. And I really, really, really love this page. Now I get my dates, June, and I am finished with this page, and I love it. As I go on and I cover up this next page, of course, the dates, of course, and I'm thinking about that for a second, so I go and I grab my my washi tape, I believe. No, actually, I am grabbing some quotes. I really, really, really love the scripture at the top. It says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith,
meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. Galatians 5:22 and 23. So I grabbed these 4 fruit of the Spirit that connect to me, and I try to find those that kind of match the color scheme. And I grabbed some of my faith washi tapes, that black cross, and I lay that down, and I place each one of those fruit of the Spirit. I use self-control, humbleness, joy, as well as faith. And I really love these 4. That will be something that I can use as targets for the month. The joy I'm kind of struggling with because I really wanted to place it a little bit higher, but decided I'd better come a little bit lower so that I can make those fit. So I cut off some of the washi tape I put at the top and to cover up those areas where the date was. And now I'm looking for a box that I can add the date. Now, as always, I'm going to find some flowers, and I go to the Fun Florals, and I have never used these flowers. And so I decided they were kind of weird because it had that little long pike inside of it, but I ended up liking it after I put it down. So I come here and I put some on the top left corner. And when I clip those, I have several big pieces that I can kind of spread my little pieces out so that left corner is kind of full. And then I go to the top right corner, right next to that scripture, Galatians 5:22 and 23. I didn't want to take away from that scripture, so I then kind of come over to the top left side, and I add some more to that top side there. And I'm just filling in a little bit more on the right corner because I want that box to be a focal point with some of my flowers. And then I realized that, these boxes need some flower. So I add a little bit to that. Now I'm struggling with the black washi tape right now. So I come and I add that light floral washi tape to the top of the black, just a little bit, just to have a little bit of a pop, so that I guess to tone down some of that black that was on the page. I am looking around and I want something for that right corner, and I find this that says "Find Joy Today." So as I move to the next page, I am again covering up that September so that I can have a place for the date. And after doing that, I realized that on the right hand corner that I really wanted a word, and because it says word of the day. So my word for the week actually is peace. And because it was that rose gold or bronze or whatever, I wanted some leaves to match it. So then I go and I find these, whatever shape these are, but they're so cute. I grab those and I kind of lightly lay them down because I wanted to put some flowers behind them, but I didn't find any that I really wanted. But I found in the Homebody book these really cute hearts. So I placed those hearts on the side of each one of those. And there was some other ones, so I ended up putting some at the top and some at the bottom just to cover up the date a little bit more. And I really love those hearts. And so they also, I felt about the bronze, the rose gold, as I will call it rose gold. I decided to put some of those little flowers there, as well as some rose gold leaves on top of the box. These would be places that I could put some scriptures or anything. So now I go to my washi tape that I'm using for this particular, for the month of June, and I add a little pop of that all around, actually the top and the right hand corner. This is going to be a very, very simple layout. Now I realize that I don't have enough of that pink, that peach. So I grab some peach washi tape, and I then go and find one last quote that says "Prayer Warrior." This is my prayer section, so that was great. Now on the next page, I'm getting towards the end. I'm getting a little tired. I'll be really honest with you on this last one. But my motivation, and I'm wondering what flowers to use. So I come with a little of that washi tape again. Now I go to the florals book again, and I decided to use a floral that I have not liked. I don't know why I've never really liked it, but so I decided to go and just use it. Use my stash. I was sitting here and I was having a really good time in the Word, and I realized that I needed to use what God gave me, and so I went ahead and I used those. I cut them up a little bit and I put them around the page, and so you'll see me exploring some things that I don't normally like, but I ended up, I won't say it was one of my favorites, but it was okay. And so I put that all around the top and the bottom, or the bottom right. Now I realized that I had put that washi tape down, and so I decided that I would put some of the peach on this one as well to bring out that color. I kind of feel like that left corner is kind of bare because all the other corners seem heavy. So I go and I get that bold, fearless, and strong quote for the left side. Now I wanted something for that green box, and I get and cut up Faith Changes Everything. And I love that. So I cut that up, and then I used some of the rose gold hearts to fill it in. I grab a prayer without ceasing quote as well as a box that says rejoicing in, and I kind of just put those down. And now I'm figuring out if I really want this box, and I needed it, but I also needed some flowers with it just to finish it off. So this is my last one, and I'm going to add a flower to the right corner, and I cut it off.
This has been an amazing time. I spent a lot of time worshiping. I put on some prayer music, and so really quickly, I want to just show you the pages. And so this is my monthly pages. Again, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to probably use my pink pen and my green one, and I'm going to write down all of my prayer prompts for the month. I just noticed that that's crooked, but it's okay. I spent some time and reflecting, and as I mentioned, I was going to be doing a lot of praying this time. So I hope you guys are really enjoying this video. It's been really great. I think this has been one of my fun, I won't say fun, but very reflective. And so here, I like this one. I'm fighting between this one being my first one. I really like this, Jesus Take Control. And then between this one, and then this one, and then this one, very simple, and then this one. So this is my faith prayer section for the month of June. I truly hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button so that you can help the channel grow. It really does bless us. It allows YouTube to know that you are interested in what I'm doing here. And also go ahead and hit that bell so that you'll be notified the next time that I upload a video. And remember, as I encourage you, I encourage myself. Be blessed.